The Philippines continues to trust China even after Beijing's successful bid to name undersea features in Benham Rise. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says diplomatic ties between the Philippines and China remain intact. Roque says naming is different from claiming. The International Hydrographic Organization earlier approved the name submitted by China for 5 features, all within 200 nautical miles of the east coast of Luzon. But Roque says, quote, "We are not attributing any bad faith to China." But he also says the Philippines will still give its own names to the 5 features China has named through a successful application to an international scientific body. Roque says Malacanang hopes Beijing will understand that the Philippines will not recognize the Chinese names. He adds President Rodrigo Duterte previously named Benham Rise to Philippine Rise. The 13 million hectare continental shelf was named by Americans. Malacanang defends the appointment of Iglesia ni Cristo Executive Minister Eduardo Manalo as special envoy for overseas Filipino concerns, saying this is not a violation of the principle of separation of church and state. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says Manalo was appointed because of the INC's established network of OFWs. Roque says, quote, "There are 2 elements to separation of church and state, the freedom to practice your religion and certainty that government will not endorse any religion." He also denies Manalo's appointment was political accommodation due to the political influence of the INC. The INC is known to vote as a bloc during elections. It endorsed Duterte in the 2016 elections. Roque says Manalo will not be paid a government salary for his work as a special envoy. Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder Apollo Quiboloy is detained in Hawaii Tuesday after United States authorities found $350,000 in undeclared cash and rifle parts in his private plane. Quiboloy, who presents himself as the appointed son of God, is a longtime friend of President Rodrigo Duterte. A Hawaii News Now report says Customs and Border Enforcement agents boarded Quiboloy's Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus, which he shared with 5 other people, and found the cash in a suitcase. The religious leader is among the 6 people aboard the private plane headed to the Philippines from Hawaii, where he held a Thanksgiving and worship presentation on February 11. The report says Felina Salinas, the only U.S. citizen on the plane, claimed ownership of the suitcase and was arrested for failing to declare the full amount. She declared that she was bringing out only $40,000. Under federal law, individuals have to declare amounts of more than $10,000 if the money is being taken out of the country. Salinas, a supporter of Quiboloy, is charged with attempted bulk cash smuggling. She is released after posting a $25,000 bail bond and will appear in court on February 27. Quiboloy is detained for almost a day before being released. He has already returned to the Philippines through a commercial flight. U.S. authorities are also supposedly working on the seizure of Quiboloy's private jet, valued at $15 million. The Philippines tops the world in social media use for the 3rd straight year. A study from advertising agency We Are Social says the Philippines has 67 million internet and social media users, with 62 million using social media on their mobile devices. The study also says Filipinos spend an average of almost 4 hours a day on social media. Brazil comes in second with an average of 3 hours and 39 minutes, followed by Thailand and Indonesia at 3rd and 4th respectively. Japan is still at the bottom, averaging 48 minutes. Thailand is first on average time spent on the internet with 9 hours and 38 minutes. The Philippines comes in a close second with 9 hours and 29 minutes. Facebook is still the #1 social media site being used around the world, along with its messaging platform Facebook Messenger. The study says Facebook Messenger is the primary chat platform used in the Philippines. The Human Rights Watch condemns the decision of the Indonesian police to award Philippine National Police Chief Ronald De La Rosa for leading the Duterte administration's war on drugs. HRW says it is an insult to the victims of the bloody campaign. The Indonesian National Police on Wednesday awarded De La Rosa the Bintang Bayangkara Utama, its Medal of Honor equivalent for his leadership in the war on drugs. HRW Deputy Asia Director Phelim Kine says, quote, "That's a perverse assessment of a Philippine government official implicated in possible crimes against humanity for inciting and instigating killings linked to the war on drugs." Indonesia has consistently praised President Rodrigo Duterte's war on drugs. Indonesia's National Narcotics Agency head Budi Waseso earlier called on Indonesian cops to adopt Duterte's style. But Kine urges Indonesian President Joko Widodo to join calls for a United Nations-led international probe into the killings in Duterte's war on drugs.